Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Katelyn and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos, as well as the occasional other beauty contents sprinkled in. So if you like indie makeup, if you like eyeshadow palettes, if you like beauty content in general, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And the last time I filmed a video this early, somebody commented about how badly I needed concealer. So yeah, just know, I know that because it is 6 a.m. Yeah, 6 a.m. and I'm getting ready. I actually have to go into the office today. That's why I'm up earlier than usual to get ready. But I have a lot of new products, so I wanted to do a get ready with me testing like a whole face of new-ish makeup, but it's also not really a whole face. Some of the whole face stuff will just be products that I've been enjoying lately, if that makes sense. I didn't want to wait till I had a whole face of makeup, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. So first things first, I have already applied my skincare, but I've been following Robert Welch's tutorial where he was talking about how to get your makeup last, and he said that you do your skincare and then while you let your skincare like settle into your skin, do your brows. So I have the Perfectionist Brow Pencil from Milk Cosmetics. I use the shade Neutral Blonde. Now, this isn't a box because I did just order this, but I just ordered this because I ran out of like my third pencil. So I've been using this since it launched. It's my new favorite brow pencil, and I'm glad that they have it at Sephora because it's a little bit more convenient to buy than on Melt's website. So I don't know if they have it in Sephora stores. I hope they do because that would also be convenient. Anyways, when I do my brows, I always like to just outline the shape of them with the pencil. So just kind of sketching along like where I want to have definition at the bottom of the brow. Also, if my brows look crazy right now, I am trying to grow them. Like this one in particular, I'm trying to grow them in. So I'm just leaving them alone. And by leaving them alone, I mean I'm not like waxing or tweezing anything close to where my brow is because I have some bald spots. So I just want everything to come in. There we go. So that's kind of the shape that I outline. And then this product also is not new, but I didn't need to replace it yet, so I already had it in my drawer. So this is the Perfectionist Brow Pencil pen from Melt, and I just use this to create like hair-like strokes from where I have the pencil outline. But I like the pencil for the creating the brow shape just because I feel like it's a little bit easier if I mess up. And yeah, so that's why I use both. Brows are done. So now what we're gonna do, following Robert's tutorial, is to like blot any excess skincare off of our face so that it does not disrupt the makeup. And then this is not new, but this is my Holy Grail primer. This is the Milk Hydro Grip. I don't think I could use a different primer ever in my life. Just kidding. I have other primers that I use if I'm not wearing my makeup for a long time. But this one, if I need my makeup to last all day, this baby is it. And I'm trying to use just a little product because again, you don't want too much excess. And I'd rather go in with extra when I need it. Like right now, I didn't really quite get any over here. And then while that settles, we'll be doing our eyeshadow. So to start, I always start with my About Face Shadow Fix Primer. So I don't have a new primer to use. We're just using my favorite right now. So basically this video is like half Holy Grail favorites, half new things. I wore glitter on my eyes yesterday and I have glitter all over my face. So if you see any blue sparkle, that's it. I'm sorry. So the eyeshadow palette that we're going to be using is the ABH Cosmos palette. Just going to give some details on the palette because I'm not going to do a dedicated video with this palette. So the information that I always like to share, if you're curious, this palette is PETA approved. So I guess it passes the Global Animal Test Policy. The 12-month open container and made in the USA, distributed out of California. There is mica in at least some of the shades. I don't see talc right off the bat as an ingredient, so I don't know if this is talc free. And yeah, I think that's really it. Okay, so my palette did, similarly to other individuals, come a little bit shattered, but this is what the actual palette looks like. The inside is this. It was this blue shade up here that came shattered. I repressed it, so hopefully I did an okay job. I have swatched the palette since then, but I have not taken off the mirror. Okay, I have not had an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Couldn't tell you. I haven't bought, like, when they switched to the square pans, I never got the Primrose, I never got the Nouveau, or wasn't there another one? So it's been a minute since I've tried an ABH palette, but I am a big fan of like space themed things. I don't know if you've ever seen that I have a Star Trek tattoo, so like anything space themed, I'm into it. So I just thought the promo shots of this like really made me want to use this palette, so that's what we're gonna do. And I thought this was a perfect day to use it since I'm going into the office. It's a little bit of like a neutral palette, you know, not any of my like really bright crazy makeup that I love, but you know, I could see how others would be like, girl. So let's do a look with this. Now when I swatched this palette, the shade Dark Matter was a little questionable in the swatches, but let's see how it applies on the eye. I'm going to take a Cosmic Brushes CB4 brush, and it's a very little, yeah, the shade's like really hard pressed. It's like just a little blending brush, and I'm just going to see if I can create like some definition with this. Okay, I mean, I got it to an okay place. It's a little patchy, which is kind of the issue I had when I swatched it. So I don't know, that's not my favorite like dark shade I've ever used. And that was a lot of work to get it to just look like that. Next, I'm going to take the shade Eclipse, which is like a slightly lighter purple. And we're going to use the Singe Beauty E05 brush, which is a little bit of a bigger blending brush than this last brush that we used, but still small. And I don't know if I made a mistake going darkest to lightest on these. That's kind of how I always do a halo eye, so I don't know. Next up, we're going to go into Space Dust, which is the neutral shade. And we're going to take my Singe Beauty E03 brush. This is the biggest blending brush that Singe Beauty has. Okay, that took way too much effort. And it still doesn't look that good. And maybe it's me and the color selection, but I'm not happy with that. But that's okay. We're going to move on, and we're going to do this shade... I think we're going to do Orion on the center lid. You know what's funny is I feel like for the longest time, indie makeup always had like the best shimmers. Like everybody knew indie makeup shimmers are where it's at, but indie makeup mattes aren't like quite up to snuff with like mainstream mattes. And now I'm like, I think indie makeup's just got it figured out altogether. Because that is not, I did not like that, trying to blend those mattes. Okay, this is the shade Orion, and it's on a Morphe M124 with some Fix Plus on it. So let's see if this if these shimmers can save this look. They are very pretty, and they are supposed to be the star of the show, I think. And I know this is a mainstream palette, so I'm not expecting these shimmers to be like on par with indie shimmers. I think that's a whole nother ball game, but I just want to see if these are really solid for a mainstream makeup formula, because I know some people just don't quite have access to indie makeup. Indie makeup also is expensive, and mainstream tends to go on sale a little bit more. So, and I really want to use the shade Supernova. I don't know how that's gonna layer over Orion, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And Supernova is this one down here. And I should clarify, I haven't watched anyone's videos with this palette. I just saw a lot of people posting on social media about the one broken shade, so I just wanted to clarify how I knew that everybody had a broken shade, but I haven't, like, I didn't let anybody's opinions of this palette influence me. Mainly because I could tell from thumbnails that they weren't happy with it really, and I didn't want to be swayed, and also I just was excited to use the palette and I didn't want to lose my excitement because I watched a lot of videos where people were like, didn't like it. Anyways, okay. I think the two shimmers were really pretty. Like I said, they're not going to be like indie makeup level shimmers, but I think for mainstream makeup, the shimmers are really pretty. And I like this look a lot more now. Okay, so continuing to follow Robert's tutorial, we obviously applied our primer already. So what he said is to clean up your eyeshadow, like fallout, instead of using like a makeup remover that then takes your primer off and disrupts your base, go in with your primer to clean up your makeup. So I just have some of the Milk Hydro Grip on this makeup eraser, and that's how I'm cleaning up my edges and things like that. There is glitter all over my face, but that is from yesterday. I don't think I had glitter fallout today. I just really don't like how I blended these mattes. Like I said, it could have been me. I will continue to play with this palette and see if I have a better time with the mattes, because I feel like normally normally ABH's mattes are not like really an issue. But anyways, let's keep moving. So let me show you my favorite combination for foundation that I've been doing recently. Or no, actually we're following Robert's tutorial, so we're gonna do concealer first. So I actually have two things that I've wanted to try. So I got the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I was offered a code, an affiliate code and link with Natasha Denona. So I will link this product down below. It will be my affiliate link, but I just was so excited. I thought that was so cool. I honestly thought it was a scam when it happened, because I was like, Natasha Denona wants me like as an affiliate. Like, that was crazy to me. Anyways, I was so excited. I ordered this concealer. So anyway, so I have the High Glam Concealer, and then I thought this NARS Light Reflecting Eye Brightener, I was intrigued. I want really bright under eyes. So this is the eye brightener. I feel like it looks like it's going to be too dark for me, but I got the lightest shade that they had. I'm like, are there instructions on here? So it says that you can lightly layer on top of concealer for maximum brightening effect, or used under concealer to soften dullness. I want under eyes so bright that you can see them from the sky. So that's what we're gonna put it on top. So we're gonna start with the High Glam Concealer. I got the shade N1 because I'm a pasty girl. So this is what the concealer looks like. Let's see if I got the right shade. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of concealer. I have been a fan of color correcting lately. I did not do that today. I kind of like the smell of this. It smells like sunscreen. I feel like this might be too warm for me. I don't know. We'll find out. My favorite brush to blend out concealer is this Concealer Blend Kabuki brush. It was in the Sigma and Samantha Ravindal collab. Oh, you know what? When that blends out, that looks nice on my skin. Like, I meant the match. And then once I hit this point where I'm like really trying to get into my corner, I do grab my beauty blender so I can get the pointed edge all up in there. It smells delightful. Like, it really does smell like sunscreen. I'm really happy with the smell. I feel like the concealer looks nice on the under eye. I'm glad we're trying the eye brightener today because my under eyes need it. I'm very sleepy. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty. Now let's try this under eye brightener. So the one I got is Night Swan, or this is Light Reflecting Eye Brightener. And I need a brush. See, because this seems dark, I feel like I should have done this first and then concealer next. It might just be too pale for NARS. Because every time I get something from them, I'm like, oh, this is slightly too dark for me. I don't know that that created like an insane effect. I feel like I would have liked that better had I done the under eye first, the concealer second. But my under eyes don't look bad by any means. I feel like they actually look pretty good. Okay, now let me show you the like foundation combo I've been loving. Okay, so the Yummy Skin Serum Foundation from Danessa Myricks. I feel like when I first got this last year. It's probably expired by now. But when I first got this, I feel like I didn't like it. It felt like really cakey. I think I felt like it was like too much. And it was a little too yellow for me. So that's why I think I liked their Yummy Skin, the like balm, more. I actually am pretty sure I used up that entire thing, the balm. I think it's in my empties over there. I don't know. Or I used it up before I did empties. Anyways, whatever. So I have the shade 4N. It's a tiny bit too yellow on me. But I just do literally the smallest amount. And then she came out with her Color Fix nudes. This nude 1 Color Fix, I have used it for so many different things. Anyways, I do a little bit of this because this is very like pinky based, and I just mix it and it creates a very lovely shade for me. And I probably wanted like a little bit more of that, but that's okay. We'll add in some later. I've been using this Sepin foundation brush, and I like it because it's like a really fluffy brush. So this in combination with the serum foundation, I feel like it shears it out quite a bit more, and it literally just looks like skin. So I have been a big fan of this combo, like the brush, the Color Fix, I feel like helps. And I do have this red spot, like that's what I probably should have color corrected, but it's okay. Because in the summer, I feel like I really prefer lighter coverage, just barely there. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's 1,000,001 degrees. So the more makeup I have on, the more that I just feel like my face is sweating. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I just feel like it looks like my skin, but like a little bit dewy. So next new product that we're trying is going to be and it's new to me, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I got it in the shade Fair Medium. And I have never tried these Charlotte Tilbury, like any of her wands, and I just felt like I wanted to try the contour wand. So there it is. In case you squeeze like a little bit more. Okay, I'm not gonna contour my jaw today because I don't wanna mess that up. All right, the brushes that I've been using for contouring lately, I don't know how they'll play with this because I've been using this Made by Mitchell MF2 brush, but I've been going into like a cream contour to do it. But let's see if this can help blend this out. Yeah, I feel like that worked. Okay, I see the obsession. My skin is like glowing the house down. This is really pretty. I hate when you buy new products and you're like, I hate everything about this. So far, the only thing that feels like kind of a bust is maybe the NARS under eye thing, but maybe if I get a tan, I'll see it. I might just be too white. So I'm holding out hope for that one. And then same with the palette. I'm holding out hope that maybe it was just a me thing today, but I actually really like how that eye look looks right now. So I think I got it to where it needed to be, but anywho, my absolute favorite thing to do for my under eyes is use like one of these little Amazon puffs, or they're puffs I got off of Amazon, and the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder, and I have the shade Light, and I just press that in through my under eyes like so. And I feel like you can, I mean, maybe not on camera, but in person you can literally see the difference. Like this is blurred, the other one's not. So big fan of this product. This is not new. I've had this for a while, but I use it every single day. Ooh, I have cream blush. So I got the Makeup by Mario Soft Plumping Blush Veil in the shade Barely Blushing. And I'll be honest, I didn't know this was a cream blush. I just heard people saying like, oh, the new Makeup by Mario blushes look really good. And I was like, cool. So I bought one. But anyways, this is the shade I got. It is a cream blush. So I'm going to use this Sephora Pro Blush 99 brush. I feel like that's really pretty, and I'm glad I got that shade because I was nervous that the shade I bought was going to be like slightly too similar to my Rosé and Brunch shade, which is the cream blush I have from Danessa Myricks, but I feel like this is a little bit more like corally pink than that shade is. That one's a little bit more mauve, so we're good. Speaking of Danessa Myricks, I got the Evolution Powder Priming Smoothing Setting Powder in the shade Pink. I told y'all I wanted under eyes brightened to the sky. So this powder is new, and there's quite a bit of it that is like out into the sifter right now. Oh, I already just set my, well, I'll just put it right here. Forgot I already used that Natasha Denona, or not Natasha Denona, oh my god, Pat McGrath powder. That was silly of me. I lost a little bit. That brush took off some of my concealer. No. I really like this pink powder. I mean, it doesn't look, I was a little bit nervous putting it on my face, but I don't feel like it really looks pink. I feel like that's definitely really blurring. Okay, and then this is where I differ a little bit from Robert, because he says you don't need to powder your whole face, and I'm sure he's right on that, but I do like to take powder just to like, just a little bit of powder just to blend my cream products a little bit more. I really like it to be a little bit more diffused than they are kind of naturally. And then I just have whatever is left over to, but it's like just the tiniest little hint of powder. But Robert says you don't need to powder your whole face, and I trust him. I feel like I lost the blush a little bit, but that's all right. I do tend to go back in with my blushes. I also go in with a bronzer over powder, and I'm taking this Made by Mitchell MF4 brush, and I've been using the Sun Show bronzer in Waves from Kosas. And I know Yellow Ganikvis was saying it smells like old french fries. I don't smell that. I mean, like if I get like right here, I can kind of like get like a scent of something that sort of, I could see what she's talking about, where it smells like maybe a little stale, but until she said it, I literally did not notice, and I did not have any like bad experience playing with it. But I do think this is a really pretty bronzer, so I'm gonna keep using it. Now I'm gonna go back in with that blush. Let's see how this layers over powder. I'm gonna finish everything else that's not new, because really like my lips, my eyeliner, like none of that, I don't have holy grails for any of that. So I'll come back. Oh wait, I had to have new lip products, so I'll show you the lips, I'll show you the lashes, because I have new stuff to test for that. But everything else isn't really holy grail, so I'll come back with everything else done. But I need to start getting ready faster. I am literally in such a hurry. Can't even talk. I put the Be Perfect Universal Lashes in Power. Those are the lashes I'm wearing. I had to cut them quite a bit, and they're also pretty straight, so I think they're lashes that like don't love today, but I think as I wear them and they get more used to being like in a bent curved shape, they'll work. So for lip liner, we're gonna use the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lip crayon in Nina, and I don't know if my lip liner and lipstick are gonna match at all, but we're gonna go for it. Then lipstick, I have the NARS Power Matte Lipstick in Tease Me, and I love the components on these. I think they're so pretty. It's a little pink. That does not go with this look, but it's all I got time for. So I'm gonna do the Huda Beauty Lovestone Lip Balm. I have rediscovered this recently and really am enjoying it. I feel like it has like a nice like blue hint to it, so it'll work with like the pink shimmer. Oh, by the way, I use the shade Supernova in my inner corner, same mattes on bottom that I did on top. But this is the finished look. I really have to go, so I will come back after work to share my thoughts on the products. It also gives us time to like wear them all day and see how we feel, you know? Okay, I'm back. I've literally retouched nothing. It is 5:30. I left my house at like 8, so what is that? Like 9.5 hours of wear. And when I say I've retouched nothing, I've not even retouched the lips, so you can tell. I wear glasses while I'm working, but yeah, I feel like everything wore pretty well. Let's take a look. My skin's like a little bit shiny, but honestly I have oily skin, so it is what it is. I'm gonna retouch my lips just for the purposes of this video. There's spots where that lipstick is still there, so I feel like for a matte lipstick that lasted pretty well. I did put the balm over it, so I don't know that we got like a true test. Okay, quick and dirty retouch of my lips. So let's chat through the new products I tried and my feelings on them. So I'm gonna do this like Manny MUA style where he talks about like kind of the products that were his favorites. So I would say like my major hits of the video so far, like of what I tested out that was new. So obviously I had Holy Grail favorites in there. I'm not talking about those. You already know that I love those. But as far as just things that I tried, the Natasha Denona concealer, I really like that. I feel like it wore pretty nicely too. I have some creasing under my eyes, but I always have creasing, so like that doesn't look any different than it normally does, but I felt like it did a really good job concealing and brightening. The contour wand I liked a lot. I felt like that was really easy to use. I get the hype on that. That was really fun. Products that so those were the, like, if those would be my tops of the picks. Products that I liked but kind of want to try a bit more before I like fully commit to saying that I love them. The Danessa Myricks Evolution Powder. I just feel like I want to try that under my eye. I think that's really where it's going to be super brightening. The Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. There was one like point where I felt like it was lifting off my face, but it's worn really nicely. So maybe it wasn't lifting. I don't know. I want to play with that one a little bit more to give full thoughts. I actually don't know that I need to play with these more. I liked both of these. They just, the contour one and the concealer are like my top two. But I thought the NARS Power Matte and the this isn't really a new product. I've used her lip liners before, but I think she has a great lip liner formula. I liked the Power Matte. I think the component's really nice. I like that it's like long and skinny. So I thought that was good. And then the NARS Night Swan, the light reflecting eye brightener. I want to try it under my concealer. I think that will be a winning combo. The Be Perfect lashes, I don't love how this one is like really poking me. I could trim these a little bit more. They were really straight in the box, so I think as I wear them more, I think they'll be better. So far from the new products I tried, my only like maybe dud, because like I don't feel like anything else, the stuff that I want to keep trying, like this could be a dud in that I don't know that it did anything for me, but I also could be too pale for it. I'm not sure. It didn't make my makeup look bad, so 50-50 on this. The one that I'm not like in love with is the ABH Cosmos palette, and mainly because I felt like I worked really hard on this blend and it's still like a little patchy, which could have been me. I like how the shimmers kind of wore over the day, because I know that there's some creasing, but it almost like created like a green, pink, like purple, I don't know. It just wore in a, like a really interesting way. So I feel like the eye look still looks really pretty, even though it's kind of fading and creasing. I just feel like it created like an interesting kind of color. I don't know, that might be weird. So this one, these two products I would say are for sure I need to test more, and I could potentially not like them. Really these three. This particular lash, I've been using the other Be Perfect lashes that I got in my order from them and really liking those. So it's really just that particular pair that was like really straight across, and I'm not sure if I love them, but everything else was kind of a win. Like I really don't think anything was a total bust. I really like how my makeup wore today. I mean, I'm a little bit shiny, but that's really it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope some of these reviews were helpful. If you were like me and skeptical about like if these contour ones really were all that in a bag of chips, they might be. They might actually be all that in a bag of chips. I might be convinced to try her other like ones of these, like the blush and the highlighter and stuff, because this real good. I never got the hype with Charlotte Tilbury, but I think I might get it now. So anyways, let me know what you think of this look and just any of the products. If any of these things intrigued you or not, let me know in the comments down below. But with that, I will see you all next time. Bye.